The cards of the tarot carry a deep symbolism, and when laid out onto the Tree of Life symbol, they add another layer of depth and meaning to this map of forces. They show, in symbolic form, the process of differentiation leading from an all-encompassing unity, all the way down to the completed product of manifestation. This is an overlay that can be applied at any scale, but we can probably get the best handle on it if we use it as a model relating to our own development. The evolutionary force naturally and freely flows outward, downward from oneness towards greater complexity and diversity, but in so doing, it finds itself becoming more constrained as it explores an ever-increasing density of matter. At the top of the diagram lies the undifferentiated unity, the divine denoted by the aces, the ones of the minor arcana. At the bottom, we find the completion of the scattering process. This can be thought of as the material world and is denoted by the tens of the minor arcana. This exploration and cascade into ever greater complexity is a natural and irresistible process. The mystic, however, struggles against nature, swimming against this current, back towards ever greater freedom of form. This is the path against evolution. They strive to return to the source, fully laden with the hard-won experience of the adventure, a story of there and back again. The 10 of discs, situated at the bottom of the diagram, can be used to symbolize the ego. This would make the 9 of swords above it, the subconscious. On a different scale, we could just as easily call 10 the earth and 9 the moon. The central sun of our solar system finds itself a symbol of pure consciousness, the 6 of swords. In turn, Mercury, the 8 of cups, becomes the sphere of analytical thought, a place where language gives form to things. This is associated with learning, intellectuality, and ritual. On the other side of the tree, Venus, the 7 of wands, correspondingly becomes creative thought, the power of energy to overcome limitations. This is associated with emotion, passion, music, and dancing. Unconscious desires arise in Venus and are given form in the symbolic realm by Mercury, manifesting unconsciously through the moon to become matters of fact on the earth. This is the lightning strike. Our world is the end product. It is not the prime mover. In fact, it is exactly the opposite. It is informed by all the preceding emanations. The lunar sphere is the focus and lens through which our world is projected and made flesh. The 22 major arcana of the tarot describe the paths between these waypoints or emanations. We turn around and face ourselves, casting our eye to the fearsome forces that have been driving us ever onwards. The 3 paths upwards from the ego are card 20, Judgment, card 21, the World, and card 18, the Moon. These 3 cards describe experiences that are given. This is a knowledge from outside. The World card is a journey of self-discovery. The Judgment card is a journey to discover our relationship to others, and the Moon card is a journey to discover nature, read in tooth and claw. In contrast, the pathways leading to pure consciousness, symbolized by card 15, the Devil, card 14, Temperance, and card 13, Death, present more internal, practical pathways. There is an element of the personal trial about these. They are sometimes referred to as dark nights of the soul. Card 15, the Devil, is a path of illusion and bears the symbol of the eye, a labyrinthine hall of mirrors to be traversed or hopelessly lost within. Card 14, Temperance, is the path of temptation, an ordeal in the wilderness, resisting attempts to deflect prior intentions with offers too good to be true, a refusal to be bought off and sold short. Card 13, Death, explores the fear of letting go, a clinging to that which we didn't possess in the first place, a voyage across water onto stranger shores, setting sail from the grey havens or the death boat across the Styx. In card 21, the World, we see the figures of the angel, lion, ox, and eagle, which correspond to the 4 elements, water, fire, earth, and air, that come together in the creation of our world. Card 20, Judgment, is a path of fire, leading to a water emanation, the 8 of Cups. Card 18, the Moon, is a path of water leading to a fire emanation, the 7 of Wands. The balancing of these 2 elements, fire and water, is the business of alchemy and transformation. When we map these emanations onto the Herald's Wand, the caduceus-like symbol of that Sumerian deity, Ningish Cedar, lord of the good tree, we see a pattern emerging. The entwined snakes about that solid staff emphasize the mixing of these polarities. The head of the water snake on the left is the great receptive black sea of potential, denoted by the Three of Cups. It reflects, like a palace of mirrors, the pure point of light from the head of the fire snake on the right, the Two of Wands. It literally gives birth to the whole of creation, providing the supernal womb. The crown and the two heads are the 1, 2, 3, the original trinity. Instead of beating about the bush with wands and chalices, we could just cut to the chase and evoke the phallus and the womb. These three emanations are cut off and separated. There is a gap. We, in our human condition, are estranged from their direct influence. The lightning strike accumulates in the head of the water snake and irresistibly flashes across the abyss, seeking a ground to discharge its power. There is no emanation bridging this gap. It is a wild territory, the magenta circle in the diagram. The priestess, card 2, of the major arcana can be placed here. The priestess card is the active reflection of the passive card 21, the world. Both entail ordeals, submissions and sacrifices. One, a crossing of the abyss, the other, a descent into the underworld. These are the two gaps in the process which need to be bridged. One is given, but the other one has to be sought.